Hey, poetry students, it's Cody Miller. I'm here with a video, hopefully to clarify the collection review assignment that we have coming due. I believe it's on April 22nd, but we'll pull it up on the Moodle page. That way you can understand the new option that I have made available for that assignment in light of what's been going on, right, with the coronavirus and us being in distance learning. I'm not going to rely on you being able to get your hands on an actual book. Instead, I've opened up another option to hopefully help you pursue this assignment online in case you don't have a book by a poet already. So when we're thinking about that collection review assignment, really what it was is that you would find a collection by a poet of your choice. You would then read the collection and you would write a review of it. However, because we're not able to participate within interlibrary loan or go to the library at the moment, and we're really supposed to be hunkered down at home and working on our homework, largely what I'm doing is I'm basically saying, okay, let's figure out how we can do this online. And so we'll take a look at that second option. Now, if you have already completed the assignment, meaning you have a collection, you've done the review, you're ready to post it, you can do that. You can continue with that option. I'm in no way eliminating the first option. I've just added a second option to help you realize what you need to do, okay? So let me share my screen with you so that we can kind of follow along. So when you are on our Moodle page, you want to make sure that you scroll down to the major assignments area. I think that's where it's at. I could be wrong. Let's see. Nope, it's not in major assignments. My apologies. It is under small homework assignments. So underneath small homework assignments, you will see that we have the collection review assignment. When you click on that, you will see that there is now another prompt that's available for you here. So this is the original prompt, the first one. The second one has that second option. You'll notice this comes due for us in about 26 days. So that's April 22nd, and it'll be due on Moodle at 11:59 p.m. on that day. So when we're thinking through the collection prompt, what am I looking for? What am I asking for? Okay. Ultimately, it's worth 50 points towards your homework grade. So that means that it's about worth 10 free writes that we've done at the beginning of the semester. You can obviously read through this, but essentially these are our two options at this point. One, if you have a collection, meaning a collection of works, a collection of poems from one author already, then you're set. You can continue forward with the assignment. However, if you don't have a collection, then we've got to kind of shift gears because you may not have a collection at home that you can choose. And so now it's time to find some things online. So what I'm having you do, if you're choosing the second option, instead of reading a whole collection, you're reading 10 published poems or 10 poems that you can find by one particular poet. Okay, those do not need to come from this same collection. However, they do need to come from the same poet. Now, when you write your collection review, you'll want to make sure that you give me the names of all 10 of those poems in quotation marks so that I know that you read 10 of them from a particular poet at this point. Okay, so one is a collection. The other one, if you can find a collection online, that's great. You can still do option one. It's just going to be online. But if you can't find a collection online, then you can ultimately read 10 published poems by one author. And so I've given you some resources down here that might be useful. I believe Jen Zimmer, our research librarian, is going to be sending a video about this one right here, which is the Poetry and Short Story Reference Center on Mel. However, the two that I have found to be the most productive in terms of finding 10 poems by one particular author is the poetryfoundation.org and then poemhunter.com. Okay, those are the two ones that I found to be the best at the moment. So if I pull up Google for just a moment and I search for us, one of my favorite poets, right? So one of my favorite poets is Frank Stanford. I'm just going to type in Frank Stanford poetry and see what pulls up. Oftentimes, the poetryfoundation.org is the first one that we could, that's going to pop up in Google. So when we click on Frank Stanford, we can read a little bit about him, but nonetheless, what we want to look for is poems by Frank Stanford over on the side. We click on this, we see that we have a whole bunch of poems, and then we can show more, and we could read then these poems, and we would list those in the poetry review. For instance, maybe we want to search, let's see here, Silverstein, right? We'll search Silverstein, and then it'll say, okay, here's the author. Let's look at the author. And then we could scroll down, and there's going to be poems by Shel Silverstein. So we could click on those, see what's available. Let's see here. So it looks like they have 3 available. Let's think of another poem, maybe another poet. Who have we read? Let's see here. Let's look at Chase. Yeah, Chase Twitchell. So we can click on her, and then we see here's the author. And then we should be able to see over on the side some poems by Chase Twitchell. And then you see we've got really 10 poems, at least 10 poems that are available to us. So that's essentially what I'm asking you to do as you move through that second option. All right. What I will do in the video that's attached with this is I'll walk us through the sample. And so there'll be another video to show you what I'm ultimately looking for in the assignment itself, like in the actual collection review that you'll write. So this one is largely to show you that second option, okay? And to show you how to navigate that. If you have any questions, of course, please email me and I will follow up with you as soon as I can, okay? Thanks, guys.